Hi Silem stars, welcome back to my channel. In my last video, I showed you guys how to draft and cut this beautiful wrap dress you can see on the screen that has a flounce. So if you haven't seen that drafting video, then please do check it out before watching this one so that you understand how to draft and cut this beautiful dress. But in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to sew this dress from start to finish. So without further ado, let's get right into the video.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there.
Now the first thing we need to do is we need to turn the fabric with the lining. We're going to have lining only at the top part of this dress. So to do that, I'm going to pin the shoulders of my fabric together. Now there's no sleeve for my dress, but if you have a sleeve, then you might have to turn yours with your lining differently. But this is how I'm doing mine so that it's very neat. So I just joined the shoulders of my front and back piece together. I did that for the fabric, and I'm going to do the same thing for the lining. Now when you're placing your pieces, make sure that you're placing the right sides facing each other. So just pin the shoulders together and then join them with 1/2 inch seam allowance. Join the front shoulder to the back shoulder with 1/2 inch seam allowance. Now that we're done with that, now we can turn the fabric with the lining, okay? So I'm placing the fabric and the lining with the right sides facing each other. Make sure you open up the shoulder seam and iron it flat. I decided to do that later, okay? But I went ahead to just pin everything. So just take your time to pin everything together. So if you are adding sleeves to your piece, then you don't need to sew the armhole area, okay? That's if you're adding sleeves to your piece. But for me, I'm not adding sleeves. So I'm just going to close everything on the wrong side so that it's very neat when I turn it to the right side. Now after pinning, I'm going to sew all the way around the neck from one end to the other end, okay? I'm also going to sew the side along the armhole and down the other side. Now when you're sewing this, remember not to sew the part where you're going to put in your belt, okay? So don't worry, I'm going to show you what I mean. So for now, just sew your pieces together. That's the fabric and the lining with 1/4 inch seam allowance, okay? You don't need to use up to 1/2 inch to join this. 1/4 inch seam allowance works fine. So just join the side and then also join the neck as well. So now I'm just stopping my sewing at the end of that neckline, okay? That's that wrap. And then for my belt, this is my belt here. It's actually, this fabric is 4 inches wide and the length is my waist circumference. Now you want to have 2 belts, okay? So I folded this belt to the wrong side and then I'm sewing this belt with 1/4 inch seam allowance. I closed one end and I sewed along the length of the belt. And then I'm going ahead now to turn this belt to the right side. So like I said, you need to have 2 belts. So do the same thing for both belts. Sew on the wrong side, close one end and turn it to the right side. Now this is what my belt looks like once I've turned it to the right side. Now I'm going to go ahead now and insert my belt. Now to insert my belt, I'm going to open up the piece, that's the fabric and the lining. Open it up and place the belt, making sure that the edge of the belt aligns with the edge of the piece. And then I'm going to go ahead now and tack it. Just close that end with the belt inside and then just go ahead and tack that securely. Now for my 180-degree circle pieces, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pin them together and join them. So I cut a number of them. I can't remember the number I cut, but when I finished joining them, it was actually very long, okay? So whether you're cutting 360 degrees, pieces or 180-degree circle pieces, just join all of them together. Okay, so you have one very long piece. Join them with 1/2 inch seam allowance. Now this is what my bodice looks like already. Can you see how neat it is? Now we're going to go ahead and put in our darts. I'm just using my ruler so I can mark the center or the midpoint of my piece. Now from that midpoint, I'm going to go ahead and measure the bust span. Okay, so first of all, mark the midpoint of your piece, and then from that midpoint, you want to measure your bust span. Okay, so I flip this to the wrong side. From that midpoint, I'm just marking my bust span, which is 4 inches. So I've marked the bust span there, and then from the hem there, I went up by 3 inches. Okay, 3 inches. That gave me the length of my darts. I'll do the same thing for the other front piece. Then for the back piece, I'll mark the midpoint of the back, and then on both sides of that midpoint, I'm marking 4 inches. So from the midpoint, 4 inches to the left and 4 inches to the right. Now for how high my dart is going to get, from the shoulder, I just marked 8 inches. That's how high my dart is going to get. And then I'm just going to draw a straight line to connect that or to create my dart. Now I'm going to go ahead now and sew my darts in place. So I just folded it along that line that I marked, and then I'm going ahead to sew my darts for both the front and the back pieces. So can you see, for both the front piece and the back piece, so can you see what the darts look like? So you go ahead now and give it a good press, and then I'm going to go ahead and join the sides of my piece with 1 inch seam allowance. Okay, so 1 inch seam allowance is what I'm using to join the front and the back. You can also measure just to be sure that you have the exact measurement. Now on one side of my piece, I'm going to use my belt as a guide to, mark the part where I'm going to skip when I'm sewing. Okay, because you need that space there where your belt can pass through while you wrap. So I'm just going to sew. Okay, I'm going to skip that space that I marked, and then I'm going to continue sewing with 1 inch seam allowance. Okay, so that space created is where my belt is going to pass through. Now remember that we cut the same waistline for both the front and the back, but the back waistline is actually shorter. So I'm just going up by 1 inch, on that back waistline while it's on fold, and then I'm cutting that out. Now if the difference between your front waistline and your back waistline is 1.5 inches, then mark 1.5 inches and trim it out. Okay, but for me it's just 1 inch. Now remember I told you in the cutting video that I wouldn't sew all the way up to the waist for one side of my circle skirt. Now that side of my circle skirt is the side that's going to be under when it is wrapped. So I just marked 10 inches from the waist downwards, and for that part I'm not going to sew my flounce. Okay, but for the rest of the circle skirt I'm going to add my flounce. So this is me adding the flounce now. Like I said, I made mine very, very long, and so I just created little pleats all the way, as I joined it to the circle skirt. Now after you're done with that, you want to now take your circle skirt with the flounce attached and then join it to your bodice piece, which is what I'm doing right now. Remember that the joining for both the top and the bottom should be 1/2 inch seam allowance. So I'm just joining the circle skirt with the flounce attached to the bodice piece. And once we're done with that, this part of the circle skirt that I did not add the flounce, I'm just going to fold it and hem it normally like I would normally do. Okay, and once we're done with that, all we need to do is weave the hem of the flounce and then fold it in and sew it down. Okay, and this is the finished look like I showed you at the beginning. Remember, if you have not watched the drafting and cutting video, be sure to check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.